What's up, everyone? Raylo here from Raylo Vapes to do a really quick little update on a new device from Youde, of course. This is going to be the IGO-W Plus. Now, I know I did a review on this, I think back in September, but they did update just a little bit, so I'm not sure if this is going to be a V2 or if this is going to take over completely for the IGO-W Plus series. But basically, they increase the airflow holes. So you get wider airflow holes. It's a 2 by 4 millimeter airflow holes on either side. Still the exact same thing, 3-post, all that good stuff. But before I say anything else, let's go ahead and dive down up close real quick. I'll take this thing apart. I'll show you the insides. I'll show you the air holes. I'll compare it to the older version of the IGO-W Plus, and then we'll come right back. All right, so sit tight. All right, you guys, here we go. Here is the packaging for the IGO-W Plus. If you're used to getting the old IGO-Ws or you have an old IGO-W Plus, then you're pretty familiar with this. This is the old style of packaging that Youde used to use for their IGO-Ws and all their other old atomizers. Get out of there. Okay, so let's see what we got in here. You have your little guide here that tells you all the pieces, ins and outs, how it works, and then boom, here we go. Here is the new and improved IGO-W Plus. Now, I don't know if this is going to be version 2 or if this is just going to be the new way that the IGO-W Plus has come out. But as you can see, you have the nice little Cyclops style air holes now, which are much bigger. So say, here's the original IGO-W Plus, and that's a 2 millimeter air hole, where now with the IGO-W Plus, the newer version of it that's coming out is actually 2 millimeters by 4 millimeters. So you have much, much more airflow than you do with the regular IGO-W Plus and IGO-W. So let me go ahead and take this apart and show you the inside real quick. Inside's pretty much, get out of there, pretty much the same thing. Not much has changed. So just like all the other IGO-W, you have simple 3-post design, nice big open deck. So you can get plenty of different builds that you want on there. It's a shallow deck, it's not very deep, but for this, you know, when you're making your coils, you can put them up a little bit higher and just drape them down. Or you could do like your nano coils and stuff like that, put them in a bed of cotton. These come out really good for that. So it comes with 3 Phillip head screws. And let's see, post holes. Post holes are a little small. You could always drill those out if you want to go with some thicker gauge stuff. But really, the IGO-Ws are really nice beginner setups. So you're probably not going to be using super thick gauge wire anyway. So you get the 2 O-rings down here at the bottom. You do get a little bit of a raised pin there. So that way you can use this on hybrid style devices. So you don't have to worry about that. And you have your Delrin insulator there in the middle. And then, of course, there's no airflow control on this. This is a straight airflow atomizer. So the air holes that you got are the air holes or airflow that you're going to get to your atomizer. So there you go. That is the improved airflow on the IGO-W Plus. Let's go ahead and go back up into regular mode, and we'll talk about it. Vape on. Welcome back, folks. Okay, so there you go. That was a nice little quick up close portion so you could see the 3-post design. Still the same original IGO-W style, just a little bit bigger. It's a 22 millimeter device, and Chris keeps messaging me, you need to stop that. But anyways, so you got to see that. You got to see the airflow holes. Same, really simple. This is not anything fancy. This is a utilitarian device. This is a workhorse device. This is something you're going to get for yourself to take with you to work. This is something you're going to have around. This is going to be something that if you're just getting into rebuildables, these are perfect for you. There's nothing crazy. They're very inexpensive. I believe you're going to be able to find these. I know the IGO-W Plus, the one without the expanded air holes, the one that just has the 2 millimeter air holes, that one I've seen around for about $10. Ooh, I got blurry. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, had some technical difficulties there. But yeah, so like I was trying to say before my camera messed up, you can find these for about $10. Now, I'm pretty sure even this new one that has the expanded holes, when this starts being released, and like I said, I'm not sure if this is a V2 or if this is just taking over for the IGO-W Plus series in general. And I'll link you to the other video where I show that. Comes in a variety of different colors. I believe there's a blue, there's a black, there's a rose gold, there's a brass, there's a stainless steel. So you get all your different color choices. And you know, these things just work really well. Let me go ahead and take a vape on this real quick, show you the performance. So as you can see, little, tiny, inexpensive dripper, 3-post dripper, works great right out of the box. You don't need to drill it out like we had to do with the original IGO-Ws or even with the IGO-W Plus, the original one. You might want to drill that out. 2 millimeters is fairly tight for a dripper, at least in my opinion. At least for cloud chasers, stuff like that, it's a little bit tight. So this now solves that problem. You don't need a drill. You don't need to go to a shop and have it drilled out. So there you go. You're looking at an atomizer that's going to be $10 to $15. That's perfect for anyone's budget. This is an authentic 3-post dripper, well machined. Everything on this works really well. Nice tight O-rings. The posts are nice. Everything's machined well. There's no burrs. You got a nice brush finish. It says Youde IGO-W Plus right in there, even though it's blurry. Very simple design, folks. Nothing too crazy. So let's see. Pros and cons. Let's go ahead and go with the cons here real quick. Now, I don't know if this is really a con because this is a very inexpensive for what it is as an IGO-W Plus, which is basically just a 22 millimeter version of the original IGO-W. I can't fault this thing. I do get a little bit of a whistle while I'm hitting it, but that happens to a lot of RDAs, so I guess you could look at that as a con. But really, you can't really fault something as minimalistic and as simple as an IGO-W Plus. Yeah, I really don't see any real cons to this. Everything about it for what it is made perfectly well. I would like to see a little bit of a bigger post hole, maybe even bigger post. That would be a nice little upgrade from the original IGO-W or IGO-W Plus. That way we could use a little bit of a thicker wire. But, you know, maybe a little bit of a deeper well would be nice, so you could put a little bit more cotton in there. Just some little updates that could go really well with this. But like I said, this is an inexpensive beginner RDA, or just one that you want to keep around just to kick around. I still have my original IGO-W in my collection, and it's never going anywhere. I love it. I still use it every once in a while when I want to be nostalgic and go back to a 20 millimeter dripper. These things just work well. So let's talk about pros. Pros, brush finish. If you watch my videos, you know I'm a fan of brush finish. Doesn't fingerprint magnet. It stays nice and clean. It just looks classy. Another pro is the airflow hole upgrade, which is the big thing with this IGO-W Plus. I like these. The 2 millimeter by 4 millimeter air holes, Cyclops style. You can't beat that. There's no modification. You don't need to modify this. You buy it, you put your build in it, you wick it, you juice it, you vape it, you're good to go. So another pro on this, I mean, I'm trying to think of different things I can add to this because there's not that much involved with these. These are very, very simple. This is, you know, like the people out there that like their tugboats and stuff like that. Biggest pro of them all. This is under 20 bucks. It is an authentic 3-post dripper that you could probably get for about $10. I'll go ahead and put a link in the description below to, I believe it was Triangle Vapes. I'll find it. Whichever website had the 2 millimeter air hole one for $10. I'm going to look it up. I'll post a link. If you're interested in it, it's a great one to get. I've told a lot of people that are getting into rebuildables this is what they should go for. You're not investing too much money. It's very simple to work with. It's very simple to build on. It's very simple to wick on. You don't have to worry about your airflow control. This is as easy as it gets for rebuildable dripping atomizers. But yeah, that's pretty much the only pros and cons I have. Price point I've already gone over here. Anywhere that I've seen was like $10 to $15. You might find them for $20. But that seems to be the price range. I wouldn't pay more than $20 for this. You can get it for way less many different places. So yeah, that's it. I think it's a solid device. The IGO-Ws have always been really solid devices. Very easy to work with. They're just good. So there you go. I'm making this short video longer than it needs to be. So there you go, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Go out and get yourself an IGO-W Plus, especially when you start seeing the ones that come out with these new air hole slots. Probably going to be coming out in the next couple weeks. I'm sure they're going to phase out the IGO-W Plus with the 2mm and go ahead and use it with this, but I could be wrong. Don't quote me on that. I don't know for sure. So thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. And as always, vape on.